Guys, just got a quick lore video for you guys. So you might be wondering, like, in this game, if you're playing the Mages Guild, they make a whole stink about necromancy and why, necromancy has been banned and how it used to be allowed. But yet, all these people at the Mages Guild sell, like, conjure zombie, and if I do this right in the middle of the guild, I conjure a zombie right here, nobody even seems to care, right? Nobody gives a shit, even though that's all the necromancers do. And the thing about that is when I do this, when I conjure a zombie like this, that's actually not necromancy, right? What I'm doing here is just conjuration. If you look very carefully when I do this, a portal actually opens up and the zombie comes out, right? So necromancy is when you reanimate a corpse to be a permanent thrall to you, okay? It's not necessarily when you summon a zombie. Now, you might have some questions about this, like why are there no, why are there no spells in the game that allow me to animate the dead? Or why do all the necromancers use these spells? Or where are the zombies coming from? And I can answer all of those questions for you, okay? So, to answer the question of where the zombies are coming from, the answer is most likely the realm of Cold Harbor, which is where Molag Bal lives. Now, I've heard some misinformation going around that it's probably the Soul Cairn, but it's actually probably not the Soul Cairn for a couple of various reasons. The Soul Cairn is filled with undead, sure, but they're special kind of undead that only exist in the Soul Cairn, and that's actually very rare magic to get. We actually get magic in Skyrim where we can summon zombies and skeletons from the Soul Cairn, and they are much more powerful than the regular ones. However, Cold Harbor has a lot of zombies, skeletons, ghosts, wraiths. It's basically like a version of a Cyrodiil that's completely filled with undead, okay? And the question as to why we can't animate the dead in this game, why you don't see the necromancers doing that and stuff, is very simple. It's just a technical limitation of the game when it came out. The idea of the game was that we're not going to put necromancy in the game because it's, in plot-wise, it's too hard, and we're just going to make the plot that necromancy is banned, and that's why we don't have necromancy in this game. You know what I mean? So yeah, the idea of you can raise people from the dead was illegal, so that's why we can't do it. And that's also because it was just a technical limitation at the time. And I know this because in the next game, Skyrim, right, it was no longer illegal to do necromancy. Necromancy isn't illegal in Skyrim. It's actually legal. And or at least it's allowed in the College of Winterhold. So we actually do learn spells in Skyrim that are necromancy. We learn how to raise undead and then create undead thrall. And those are the two key necromancy spells. And another practice of necromancy is actually trapping black souls. And that might be a little more debatable, but it seems like trapping black souls is at least taboo or illegal here, and it might actually be necromancy as well. Alright guys, that's the end of my lore drop. Just remember that Cold Harbor is full of all kinds of undead that you can summon. You don't need to raise a zombie. That is unethical. You know, you're taking somebody's soul from the dead and putting it into a corpse, whereas a zombie like this already exists. So, thank you guys for listening to my lore. Bye.